Hello and welcome to Stir Crazy Arts Classes with Gerald Savine, lesson number 15. Now we're going to carry on painting the trees. Now this time I'm going to bring in a little bit of raw sienna colour. See along here. Again, give a bit more character to the trees. Again, the colouring will help to bring the trees forward that are here. And again, some of them over here as well, I think, but a bit more. But again, I'm dabbing the colour on to give the feel of foliage. A bit over here as well, I think. It's a bit of fun with this. Again, it's not vital how things work. I'm just going to put a bit of yellow, lemon yellow with that as well now, just to. But again, see, the thing is that we'll give some differences. Now, while that's drying off a bit, I'm going to mix up the sap green again with some lemon yellow, because I want to put a brighter colouring on here. So again, because we're going to be putting darker on, I can afford to. That's not enough yellow there. Let's put a bit more yellow in. It's amazing how a darker colour can change a lighter colour quite quickly, and it would be quite hard to change it. So I'm going to bring that down a bit, because again you'll see how that'll work. We'll get around to bring the other colour into it, and we'll go down here as well. And here we got the lighter green in here, and I'll put some of it, although it's got the darker colouring there. So you can't put light over dark with watercolour paint. If you're working in another medium, you can. I just want to try and give as though the light is catching the trees. Now come down a bit more lighter with that, I think. Not enough yellow in that. And lemon yellow gives a nice sort of what I call fresh spring light feel. There's a bit of colour in there, so while I'm at it and down here, I'm going to bung some of this in as well at this stage. As we come to the ones in the foreground, which will be a little bit later, again you'll see here be a change. Now, again, I'm bringing some darker colour in now, so we're going back to the sap green with some. I'll put a bit of ultramarine blue into it, and just a tiddly little bit of Payne's grey, so it'll get a little bit darker still. Now I'm going to bring that into. Change my mind there. It's got too dark, so I'm going to come back in here with a bit of sap green out of the tube. But also, as I do this, I'm going to model the trees in front of them. They've got the lighter colouring. Can you sort of see what's happening there? We will be putting some darker colouring in as well in a moment. Just want to be able to let you see how the dark colour against a light colour gives modelling to the other trees in the foreground. Now at the moment, because it's, what I'm going to do is, for speed, I'm not going to go right the way along on this occasion, because I'd like to see if we can get more done. But again here, I'm going to come in here with a straight sap green. I hope you can sort of see how this is working. Again, sort of how contrasts of light and dark In this case, well, I say more pigment, which gives you a dark colouring. Again, it's got a bit wet, so I'm going to go back and make sure I've got plenty of actual pigment, as it were. One of the advantages of working with tubes of paint rather than pans of paint, which a lot of people have, is you can get a much stronger, thicker dose of colour. As it were, instantly. Again, hopefully you can see that's just making the... Again, under normal circumstances, I might have a bit more time to do this. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the blue and the Payne's grey, ultramarine blue and Payne's grey, in, again to just enhance the shapes of the trees in the foreground, and also just to pull these trees away from the background trees. They're not fantastic trees this time. Again, really is just a little bit damper than we ideally want it to be, but let's just say when we haven't got a lot of time, then that's when the sacrifices get made a bit, I'm afraid. But come back to this, as I've said so many times before, you've got more time to take your time. But I don't know if you can begin to see how it's made this stand of trees here a bit more defined, and also pulled that up from these trees in the background. Now I'm going to put some more dark colour under here again, which again will just build up the character of the trees under here. And again, dark under there because it's where it's coming to the ground. Again, I just hope you can sort of see how it's working, and just let it dry up a bit. So again, now just bring a bit of Payne's grey mixed in with a bit of the blue, the ultramarine blue here again. I want that to be quite dark. You see there. But hopefully you can just sort of see how it's... Again, if you look at the original here, got a little bit more care taken over it, a bit more characterful. But hopefully it's giving us some idea of how you can build up the stands of trees that are coming across there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave this area for the moment. I might, between lessons, between now and Friday, I might finish some of this off, but I just want to put a bit of colour into here. So again, here I'm picking up the sap green as it's come out of the tube. Have it fairly. Let's get rid of some of the colour off the brush. Again, I'm just going to dab this round. So we're creating sort of tree there. I'm going to put the green on all the way around where I want it to be. And I can go back and pick up some of the mixture of the blue and Payne's grey with the sap green. We can again give a bit more character to this tree. Now there's a bit more to it because it's nearer to you, so we can afford to be a bit more dabby. More dibby-dabby around here. Again, if you compare what I've been doing here and what you'll end up doing, of course, it won't be exactly the same. But that's, it was interesting. We did this as a workshop on one Saturday, and at the end of the day we looked at everybody's painting, and they were all different. But that's the joy of doing painting. Yours won't be the same as the person next to you, as it were. Now again here, I'm going to bring in a bit of the lemony, yellowy green, and again we'll be finishing off the session, and then that'll be all there will be for today. If you have the imagination, hopefully those that have got the pencils, not colour paint, perhaps you can build up. Unfortunately I haven't got time to show you at the moment, might perhaps another time. And imagine it as being as a black and white photograph, if you like, and see how you can get on doing that. Again, making the colours, your pencil work lighter at the back there. While I'm here, I'm just going to, this tree over here has got a bit more of this colour in. We've nearly finished this session for today. So that we won't get very far now because the time is definitely running out. But I think it's worthwhile going through to help you understand how colour can give perspective, and how important composition is, and how that important it is towards the composition as well. So we'll call that a day now. That's 4 sessions I think we've got now. And look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, bye for now.